Okay. And then also we can then coordinate where we plop ourselves in the map by our civs too. Game speed, we can go standard, which is the normal computer one. Everything. All the different victory types. And we'll keep it vanilla so that you get a chance to get used to it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll invite you to the game right now.
Okay.
And I would say we can keep the game on Prince because
Learning.
I was going to say I could beat the game on Prince on its own with everyone against me.
Even with me as a handicap.
I don't think you'd be. Yeah, if you played the previous ones, you'll know what to do.
Somewhat, yeah.
Yeah. So what leader do you want to pick? This gargantuan list.
Okay, so. Well, so we're doing actual start?
Yeah, this is True Start Earth, so we will know exactly, if you know geography, you'll know exactly where your person actually starts.
Okay. Are you going to choose Canada?
Canada is my usual default one, but I'm more than happy to choose my civ around your civ so that you can have a better chance to get used to it and go like, hey, I want to try this one. This is my favorite. And then I can counter that. Because
I don't mind doing America if you want to do Canada.
Sure. That's good. We'll be like right beside each other.
Yeah. So that we have North America at least.
Yeah. And
we team up, right?
Yes. We can be team one. And then everything else is, we could just let them be random. And we'll find it. Because we'll have a ton of room. Because there's only 4 nations that can spawn in North America. That's the Mexicans, us, me, you, and the I think it's the Iroquois.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sort of the barbarians, or
there will be barbarians. Yes,
there will be barbarians. Okay.
Yeah, barbarians are quite the little shits in this game.
Yeah. Annoying little things.
Yep.
Now is Iris, are you streaming? Are you watching? Do you want to watch through Steam? Do you want to watch through
me?
Sure. Give me a sec. I'm in a fight.
Oh, okay. Well, either one. Either.
Want me to just start the game while we wait, or
sounds good.
Okay. Oh, you have to also hit the start one too. Oh, you chose Abraham Lincoln. Okay.
Oh, the original. I chose somebody else.
Can you choose Hitler?
No, not. I did not get that DLC.
There's a DLC for that.
Pardon?
There's a DLC for that?
Oh, sorry, no. Someone made a
a mod.
A mod for that, yeah. There is, if you want to, there's Teddy Roosevelt or Abraham Lincoln for the United States, if I recall.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, I paused it because he said, "Oh, there's someone you could pick someone else." So I was going to let you. Actually, there's 2 different Teddy Roosevelts and Abraham Lincoln. The United States get a lot for some reason. So, then they all have different bonuses and stuff. So,
right, founding fathers, P51. No, stick with Abraham.
Let's go with Honest Abe.
Honest Abe.
Yeah. You know, there's been a couple of them when they do the different people do different mods and stuff. They come up with some pretty interesting and sometimes hilarious stuff, and sometimes very awkward things where you're like, "Oh, that's not PC." And then we get to listen to sweet
From
John
the first
Bean.
Stirrings of life beneath water.
Civ. It's like
to the great beasts of the Stone Age.
That's true.
To man taking his first upright steps, you have come far.
Yes, because I like the fact that I get to make my hockey rinks and my mountie uniform. I was explaining Civ to my colleague today at work, and my boss overheard, and he was like, "Is there like a war going on? Like, what are you talking about?" I'm like, "No, video game."
The power of a new, younger world.
That's all I was talking about.
Is there a war going on?
Progress and
what was going on in the Middle East? He was super confused when I was bringing up like the Incas
Great
and stuff.
emancipator, in this new time of strife
It
and
was
division,
quite
the
entertaining.
time has come to unite your people
That was
once again.
misunderstanding.
Lead your people to freedom and liberty, and end forever the shackles of
So
the past.
I was gonna say, just based off of the map, because I think both of our capital cities are gonna spawn really close.
Okay.
Yep, there we go. Like we're very close to each other.
Oh yeah.
Anything north, I'll take.
Yeah.
And anything south, you get.
So wherever we started, that's our border, basically.
Yeah, so like I'll plop down my capital city, Shablanc. So glorious
Right
Ottawa.
there.
And if I call you can plop down U.S. You can plop down Washington right there if you like. And we have Washington. Hooray! Oh, I'm surprised. I didn't realize your color code was red in this one. Interesting. So, welcome to Civ.
Yes. Yep. I recognize choose research.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think this was not in the previous one, but you can hover. You see how there's kind of like a blue bar near like the astrology one that's in the circle near the sun. It's like a
Yep.
There's the circular picture.
Error progress.
Yeah. So that half blue one, it says at the bottom. It says how it says find a natural wonder. So if you find a natural wonder, it will automatically fill almost half that bar, so you don't have to actually research it.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like bonus to your science or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So each almost every single science in the game has something that you can do to make it go faster, except for the first four: the animal husbandry, mining, and pottery. Those ones, they just make you figure it out.
Right.
So yeah. And since we don't need to worry about making each other mad by having our warriors go into each other's plant, we can start looking around. In Civ 4, were there goodie huts?
Like where you could raise cities or raise towns, like small huts or ancient ruins.
They're like little huts that you can go up to, and usually you just walk up to them, and once you are on top of them, they automatically just give you a bonus.
Yeah, they give you something like a resource or an extra soldier or.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I couldn't remember if that was in 4, so that's here too.
Yeah, they had like specifics. Like if it was ancient ruins, then it would give some sort of technological advancement.
Okay.
If it was sort of like a barbarian town or whatever, but it's not occupied by soldiers, then it gives you like soldiers or settler or something.
Okay.
Or builder.
Oh, something that I would recommend, because I think the game doesn't do this right off the bat. I'm just gonna make sure I'm thinking of the right thing. Okay, yes, I am. Okay, so go to options.
Options.
So like escape options. And
yep.
Go into interface.
Yep.
And go to the thing that says show yields in HUD ribbon.
Okay.
And click on always show.
Always show.
And then if you go back, you'll notice at the top right of the screen, it shows like the stats. And whenever you meet a Civ, you'll now see all their stats right there, as opposed to it being hidden.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I don't know why that's default off, but it's super handy.
Yeah, definitely, because I don't think that's even in Civ 4, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it took me like 5 years of playing the game to find that out. I was like, why is this not there all the time? Because then you can also see how much the game is screwing you over when you're on maximum difficulty, and they're like, oh, you're 100 turns in, and the game has 400 signs per turn. What the hell?
They're just aliens.
Yep, pretty much. Oh, nice thing is that we spawned beside each other. We got the boost to our writing. and a city-state.
Oh.
Are city-states in 4?
Yep, they are. They are. Yeah, I think they're still called city-states.
Okay. Your choice, because it's in your area of your boundary. If you want to kill it, you are more than welcome to. I won't be opposed to that.
I'll see how they benefit me or not.
Fair enough. This one's a gold one after all, so it will supply you with gold. Good old gold. You still there, Iris?
Sleep. Yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay.
Alrighty.
You have a good sleep.
Have a good night.
Nice chatting. Good night.
See ya.
Bye.
Okay, I'm gonna go up here. I'm sure they're gonna want to talk to me soon. Here you go.
They don't like technically talk to you. Once they've appeared on the map, you have to click on them, and then you can see all the kind of options and stuff. So okay. I think you got an envoy sent to them already.
It says envoy sent to 0.
Oh, weird. Okay, I haven't sent one either. Usually the first person who meets them gets a free envoy. But they do have a mission, so what's their mission? Relationship,
mission.
Curses. Where is their mission? Oh, recruit a great prophet. Okay. So to create a religion, you need a great prophet.
Okay.
Also, what kind of gameplay do you like to go for? Conquer or... Oh, there's the barbarians.
Oh, there they are.
Run!
I like to conquer the world.
Okay. You've chosen a good nation as the United States.
As long as we're allied with Canada, it's fine.
Hooray! I will be your friendly puppet as we are in real life. Sadness.
I think it's going to be pretty opposite in this game.
Fair enough.
Right.
Oh, wow, they moved out of their camp. You could just take their camp.
I know. That's what I'm thinking, but they might come back and attack.
They have to attack over the river, which would give them a disadvantage.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
And...
Oh, they're going to beat me to it. Oh, they moved back.
Oh, those bastards.
And they're going to attack.
You can also always defend, and then they kind of will hurt themselves on you more than anything.
Right.
I'm just trying to go north to make sure there's nothing actually hidden up here. Let's see. What do I got?
Let's see what they do with the Jehokians.
Jehokians?
Oh, they're attacking them. Haha.
The Jehokians attacked. Yeah. They did a... Oh, there's another city-state. Mexico City.
Nice.
Go Mexico. Glorious, glorious Mexico.
Did we see? Oh, there it is. Mexico City. Oh, nice.
That's a production one. So, does that one give you production to the capital city and every city-state? You know, the ones, in my personal opinion, you want to look for are the science ones. They give you such huge buffs. Oh, and at the bottom left corner, you see how there's the globe that you click on for like your next turn and all that jazz?
Yep.
So there's a little blue bar that will slowly go all the way around.
Yes.
And it says, like, right now, for me, it's 1 out of 11. That determines whether you're in a normal age, a golden age, or a dark age. And normal ages, you mostly just get are no negatives, but you get points towards either golden or not enough for a dark age. Dark age, there's some negatives, but there's some neat kind of character or like government cards you get when you're in a dark age that are not that bad, actually. and then a golden age usually gives you a big buff. And then there's another age that's unique. That's what the hell was it called again? It's essentially like a super golden age. So you get it when you go to a dark age, and then go from a dark age to a golden age. It gives you get 3 buffs instead of just the one that you normally get for a golden age.
Nice. There's something similar to that in Civ 4.
Okay.
Yeah, especially if you have like a hero. No, there's certain people that you can sacrifice to start a golden age that will give you a buff in a certain city.
Okay. Good to know.
Ooh.
Oh.
Marble.
Good to know. I'm dead last.
Yeah.
Oh, I think me and you are tied dead last for science, culture. We're number 1 for military, so go us. Medium of the road for religion, and me of the road for diplomatic victory. That's our score. And we're technically in second for score.
Okay.
You got a lot. You got 2 city-states pretty close to you. And you already built builders. So, I think in the previous one you could improve land. In this one you can also destroy land to get like an immediate buff. So like, I don't know if you have the science yet for trees, but like that marsh, you can clear out that grasslands and get like a big boost to food. Or the trees you can clear out for production using your builders.
Right.
Or you can do like build a wood thing, and it's a
log, a mill.
Exactly.
Yep. I don't think I can. I'm trying to move there anyways, but if not, I'll come back and make a farmland on the tile I'm on.
And if I recall, barbarians in the older games could come and just destroy your stuff, right?
Yeah, they can come and raise the land.
Fair enough.
Oh man, Jehokia is already building. Okay, so here I am. I cannot do anything on this tile.
Let's see. So yeah, wood. The wood one probably don't get till later. I think. Let's try. Okay, yeah. So, have you researched mining yet?
Not yet.
Okay. If you look at the science, the mining one has a little star in its options, and it says allow chopping of woods and harvest of copper. So you can't chop the woods till you get that one.
Right.
I think the other one for the what is it? For the actual like building of the wood, for like a lumber mill, which is the ongoing bonus from the trees. That one is not till you get the science called construction, which takes a little bit of time.
Right.
Also, actually, I think what the big difference is like in the older Civs, I think it focused much more on science. Culture this time kind of works like science. It's just different things. So if you notice that with culture, you also kind of research things using culture. Versus like I think in the old game it was like just pretty much all science, and culture was usually like to expand your borders.
Yeah, it was more to expand borders. You could use it for discovering wonders or like researching wonders. It accelerates it.
Okay. Also, I'm just gonna use some money and buy that tile of tobacco below or above you.
Oh, this one? Yeah.
Just because you already have it, you will be getting more tobacco, and I want to have tobacco in my empire.
Yep, I have the 2 below me.
Try and keep keep that lined up just where the tobacco is. I'll try and keep just to that line so I don't go past there.
Okay.
Like, try and make us have a really nice border. No border gore. And I got a sling, so I have a little bit of military. The nice thing is, like, if you, as you can see how close we are together here, if you get like 6 people playing all European nations, it's just an absolute gong show.
Right.
Europe's so small, so like everyone's on top of each other. But because of that, there's no barbarians because they can't spawn anywhere. So it's played a game before where a bunch of us were all playing as Europe, and it was kind of funny how it ended up being like the Europeans in the game were all quite industrialized and scienced up much faster than everywhere else because they just didn't have to deal with constant barbarian harassment. So it kind of developed along the same lines as our current world. So I was like, oh, look at that.
Okay.
Yeah, if you get any questions, just please do ask and I'll try and answer it.
Yeah, so far it's fairly similar. The one thing is I'm trying to get a settler, but of course it's saying not until I get +1 population.
Yeah, because it costs a population and the production to create a settler.
Yes, yeah. Only because I want to settle over here where my scout is fortified. So it's somewhat in between Mexico City and Cahokia.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is it Cahokia? Cahokia?
I am positive I'm mispronouncing it somewhere, and I apologize to all Cahokians everywhere. Cahokia. These guys.
Or is it
Cahokia? I'm assuming it's an ancient civilization. I think.
I think so, because it looks like they're Aztec-type buildings and they have gold, so...
Watch, there's someone watching the stream from Cahokia going like, you ignorant people don't know anything about our great nation.
Okay, so I can't do anything there.
Yeah.
Can't do anything there, okay. I'll just let him skip turn.
You'll need irrigation to get the tobacco.
Ooh. Are these guys friendly? Mexico City?
I think Mexico, yeah, almost all city-states are friendly to you until you
break some
piss them off. Yeah. Or if they are allied with enemy state, they might be not friendly.
I still don't have any envoys sent there. Did you get any free envoys or not
yet? No, I have not. I'm very odd because it goes sworn I usually get one when if you're the first one to meet them, usually you do. So there is potential someone else is in this game who met them first. So, or it may it's just something to do with us being on a team. It's maybe a debuff or something. I don't really know.
So my builders are kind of wasted because they can't do anything.
Well, you used a moray for making 2 farms, so that's something. Yeah. It's not too bad. I'm working on a builder right now, too, and all I'm going to be able to do is build 3 farms. Oh, you stinkers.
Are they attacking you?
Yeah, they hit my poor slingman.
Oh, choose Civic already? Mm-hmm. Okay.
They're quite common, the civics. I personally like going for the barbarian one, and I'll say, do you want to Yeah, I was gonna say you can try and go for religion, so that you can get the chance of that, and I can just kind of skip out on the whole religion thing.
Sure.
So I know how it works. I usually not, especially on the higher difficulties. Like unless you go for one that's good for religion, you usually miss it because there's, I think, in a game this size, there's only room for like 5 of them. You have to first get 25 faith to create a pantheon. Once you do that, you can try to get a religious person through the holy, through like a holy site or some of the wonders.
Right. Yeah. They'll usually like spawn every so
Yeah.
often once it
Yes.
generates enough.
Yeah, that's right. They I think it's like let's see, they actually have an exact list here. So it takes 60 great prophet points to earn a great prophet to create a religion. But as people get them, it will then cost more. So like the first person, it's 60. The next person would be however many. You can see on the top left of the screen, there's the tech tree, civs tree, government, religion, and then there's great people. You can see which great person's coming up next and what they do. So, because I think you can skip them if you don't want that person.
Right.
And then it's like your points get to go to the next person, but then it still costs more. So I think that's how it works. I haven't actually ever tried skipping that before. I always go for them. Yay, guys, I got recon unit from a goodie hut.
Nice.
Go, my doggo, go.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me.
Okay.
I killed a barbarian with a slinger, so it upgraded my archery. Instead of taking 17 turns, it'll take 11 turns to research.
Nice.
Oh. I have deer. Don't know why Star Wars popped into my head. And took out a barbarian encampment. I think you get the points when I get them too for the Golden Age and stuff. Do you have 6 right now?
Golden Age. I have.
And top bottom right corner, it should say like 6 out of 11 around the thing that says
Oh no. Mine hasn't moved. So when you first asked me and you said you had 1 out of 11, I had 2 out of 11, and I'm still 2 out of 11.
Oh, okay, so it's not combined. Okay, so like destroying a barbarian encampment will give you those points.
Oh right.
So
Yeah,
finding like another civilization and stuff like that, or another one that can give you a few points is if you build a boat.
Yeah, if I did take over that barbarian encampment,
It would have given you
but
quite a few points.
The Cahokians did it before me.
Those Cahokians. Well, time for them to end. No.
I want their gold. So let's be friendly first.
That sounds very American of you. I want your stuff, so I'll be friendly at first.
For now. Oh.
Okay. Sounds like a goodie hut somewhere. Goodie hut, yeah. I was gonna say, so there's the unit, the scout. Scouts per call can move an extra tile more than like a warrior. And if you're playing against the AI in particular, the AI gets a little testy if you have warriors going around checking out their borders. But if you send a scout, they don't really mind.
Right, because it's not a threat if it's a scout. But if it's a warrior, that's different.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this? Who's this? Mexico City again.
Yep,
Okay,
still
what do I
warrior.
want?
So we probably won't see any of the AI for quite some time if none of them landed on the American continent. I think I played one game where somehow it magically landed, where it was like Australia, Japan, Britain, Canada, United States, Brazil. So there was no one on the mainland of Europe and Africa.
Oh, wow.
It just became like a barbarian death trap. Because it was just swarming with them. So you'd poke down there and they just kick the ever-living tar out of you. Made it very hard to colonize. I was going to say, you can see the map that I've been uncovering, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. Oh, also, can you see any of the yields on the map? Like, what provides how much food and stuff like that?
I see the symbols, but yeah, I think you have to go into settings to show that, right?
Yeah, actually, not settings. It's under map options in the bottom left corner. And there's a whole bunch of... you go to the
Toggle
second one.
strategy view.
Not strategy through. There's one that's a lens, and then the one right beside that. So it says map options.
Oh, map options, yeah.
And then it just has a
Show
whole slew of check boxes that you can pick.
Nice. Should I check all of them?
I do all of them except for show grid, personally. So then I can see like what each tile is worth and everything. So I can be like, okay, I actually want this, or no, I don't really care.
Okay.
It's my recommendation, at least.
Yep, I remember that in... Yeah, I remember that in Civ 4. I was trying to remember if it was this game or Civ 4, but I'm pretty sure it's Civ 4. Because I did, like I said, I didn't play this one too much.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
But yeah, it does help when you can see the yield.
Mm-hmm. Question: how much faith do you have?
Faith. I have 5 + 1 per turn.
Okay, so...
Oh, so I have 5. I have +1 per turn, right?
Yeah, so you're at 4 right now. Okay.
I'm at 5 right now.
Shows 4 on the thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I see, like it says I have 33 is what it says I have, and then it says you have 4 on my thing.
Oh, and the ribbon?
Yeah.
Ribbon. Yeah, it says 4. Faith balance. But on the top left corner, it shows 5 + 1.
Okay.
So, I don't know. Is that delayed? You have way more faith than me.
Yeah, no, the goodie head I found just gave me 20.
Oh, there you go.
So that's also why I was asking, because if you were really close, I was going to not take one of the Pantheons, because the Pantheon gives you a free settler.
Oh, yeah.
So it's the one that the game and everyone else always rushes for, because it's just really good.
Yeah.
But since you had so little at that time, I'm like, okay, I'll just take it so that at least one of us gets it versus the AI getting it.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Got that. And also, you can spend your money instead of using production. But I think that's like in all Civ games.
Yep.
So I think there's a Great Wonder close to where you currently are at.
Oh, my warriors?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit north of where your warriors are, like a little more western and north, just around those rocks.
Okay.
I think, unless the game did an upgrade and changed things. Oh, and this game does have pollution in it. So there's at the top left corner, there's the cloud that says world climate. That won't affect us till we get to the industrial age, but we will start to melt the polar ice caps and stuff. So if you're built close to the coast, you can potentially sink into the ocean.
Oh.
And other things like that, and other world disasters can happen.
Right.
That was a nice add-on that they added into the thing that I thought was quite ingenious and really fun, actually. There's one of the modes is also called Apocalypse Mode, which turns that up to 10, so like meteors and shit falling from the sky.
Yeah, I saw that. That was cool.
It's kind of a neat one where it's like there's a ticking timer kind of on you being in the game and trying to fight the AI. Stay away from that area so that I don't accidentally find the Great Wonder. I want you to get the points for it. Damn barbarians. Get out of my land.
Shuswap Lake? Hey, you're already on the west coast. Or is there another Shuswap Lake on the east coast?
No, it's funny how sometimes it names things.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, no, it just goes by, like, when you find stuff.
Lots of copper here. Oh, is this it? Charbel Village.
That's Trample Village. You know, I think your one to the west is closer to it. If it goes, like, to that tile with the desert hills, you should be able to see it. So next turn. Okay, finally got an envoy. I'll go for Mexico. Sweet, sweet production.
Mexico City.
Mexico. Playing currently that Victoria 3 game that you guys saw me playing when I was...
Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, is that Civ or...
No, it's a game from Paradox Studios. It's much
okay.
more in-depth strategy type of game. And essentially, it plays 100 years of Queen Victoria's reign. You just pick a country and you play as it.
I saw that. Yes.
Trying to get a trophy called Manifest Mexico. So essentially, you know how historically the United States, Mexico was once an empire, and the United States took like California, Nevada, and all those states from them. So essentially, you start the game with those states, and normally the United States will try and take them from you because that's what it does. So the trophy is to pretty much hold on to those and take a bunch of states from the United States, plus Saskatchewan, Alberta, BC, and Yukon, and Alaska, and be stronger than the United States for the end of the game.
Wow.
So far, it's proven to be quite difficult.
Yeah, I was watching some of the gameplay for that, and I was like, that looks pretty cool.
I could see you liking it. It's like, I think people would say, because there's lots of graphs and stuff in the game, so it's like, people play the game being like, graph go up, that's good. And it does supply a lot of... It is a very addicting gameplay, kind of similar to the addicting gameplay of this one, but different. This one's like a board game. The other one's like, I'm looking at my stats and my stocks, and it's going up. It makes you feel happy.
Oh, okay. Do you remember, what was it? Sim Earth? No. Yeah, I think it was Sim Earth.
Sim Earth.
No. I think it...
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's basically, because, I kind of, related all of these games together. So Civilization, the first Civilization, Sim City, which is a little bit more, zoomed in, you're just building your city. And then Sim Earth was more stats driven, and you're looking at the entire Earth, and you're just fairly similar. Of course, it's zoomed out more. It's not you're not concentrating on you know, Queen Victoria's reign or anything like that, but you're basically looking at the Earth civilizations and then seeing how the percentages go. So if there's war and famine and
all that fun stuff.
Yep. What did it give me? Darn it. Oh, there. Your people celebrate a historic moment. Villagers bring gifts as they join the civilization.
I think they gave you a scout. Yeah, Washington, you have a scout.
It's funny that it shows up all the way there.
Yeah, it always shows up in your capital city when it's a new unit.
Okay.
Either capital city or like your closest city.
Hey, there's Lake Winnipeg.
There's who what now?
Lake Winnipeg.
Oh, Lake Winnipeg.
And then Lake Louise, Lake Huron.
Yep. Shuswap.
Yep.
And the one that's superior to them all, Lake Superior. So yeah, you can. Sorry, I was a little off on the location of it, but you are just below the wonder. You can tell because there's those two tiles above you that are like production, gold, and 2 faith.
Right.
With that good of tiles, that means something good is there. It's also funny playing the game when you don't have the preset map. Once in a while, one of the wonders you can run into is the Bermuda Triangle. If you like drive your plane or boat into it, it like teleports you to some random part of the map.
Oh. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I quite like it. The first time it happened, I was like, what the hell?
Where did I go?
My little rowboat went from being on one side of the world to the other. I was like, okay. That happened.
It's like teleport. Sweet. Oh, okay, so I got National Wonder discovered. Delicate Arch.
There we go.
Then I got a tech boost.
Yeah, for astrology, right?
Yep.
There you go. There's one of the civs in the game where they get, I think, 60% of their tech boosted when they get a tech boost. So a lot of people don't want you to play as them online because they find it unfair.
Oh, yeah, that would be crazy. Well, I wonder what civilization that is.
It's something with an A. Forgetting who.
The Aztecs?
Not the Aztecs. Aztecs are a war nation. Very fun. They get these Eagle Warriors right off the bat.
Yeah.
They're really strong. Let's see. Okay, this dude needs to die. No offense, dude, but get out of here. Also, I have to say, I appreciate the fact the game actually, I've made Ottawa and that they put Quebec City, or the second city I found it was Quebec City, and it's actually quite accurate to where Quebec City is.
Yeah.
I was quite surprised by that. I have to just get all the way over here for the west to get to Vancouver.
Ooh. Now I got an envoy. What? How do I do that? Okay, send envoy.
So it's an envoy. You just go to the city states in the top left of the screen.
Yeah, and then I just chose one because I only have one.
Top right.
And I'm going to Cahokia.
Cahokia.
I see it now. I don't even know how to. Is it Cahokia or Cahokia?
I think it's Cahokia because Cha would be CHA.
Yeah. But I can't remember how I was saying it in the beginning. Was I saying Cahokia?
Nah, it's something I was doing.
I can't remember.
Yep.
Okay.
I would love to say that's due to playing a game at 12 o'clock at night, but no, it just is due to me not being good at reading.
Well, for me, yeah, it's been a long day too. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Thank goodness it's Friday.
It's Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's waiting for this. What do you mean? Am I attacking? I'm not attacking them. Okay, stay there.
Yeah, we don't have too many barbarians poking us. This is quite nice. I say that, and then a barbarian comes.
Yeah.
Sure. You found another good hut?
Yep. I don't have any animals. You have deer.
I have deer, but they're a bonus resource, so they don't really do much. They just add a little bit more stuff.
Right.
The tile. And I built a camp on it, so it added a little bit more on top of it. I do have some horses not too far from Ottawa. So if it's a strategic resource, it's like every turn you have one, you build up like 2 per turn. Then you can hit a maximum, and then you can use a strategic resource to trade for money and other things.
Right.
Not to mention, horses could be built into more powerful military units.
Exactly. Yeah.
So there is a legit sense of the game, especially later on once oil becomes a thing. And it's so critical for like a modern military or even economy that you can like purposely go after oil resources and just hold on to them and really mess up the rest of the world.
Yeah.
I did play once as the United States, and I just invaded everyone just for their oil, which once again sounds fairly accurate for the United States. But if I recall, North America in particular has lots of resources that we can use to exploit for world domination.
It's on the move. It's on the move.
Sorry, what now?
Oh, I'm just saying my settlers are on the move.
Oh, so they're on the move.
Finally.
Fair enough.
So I can finally get my second city going.
Mm-hmm. And you were saying your settler... Oh, dear. Watch out. Hold on. I'm going to take out this barbarian so you don't get killed.
Oh.
Barbarians taking your settlers suck.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Chris is averted.
Unless you can catch up to them and get them before they go back to their village, you can get them back.
If a barbarian gets like your builder or your settler, they turn red, and you just have to try and chase them down.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's just becomes a Benny Hill chase.
Yeah. Oh, I reached the west coast, I guess. There's some barbarians in the water.
Damn it, they figured out boats.
Yep.
Oh, you can in the previous ones, could you build a what's it called again?
Shermeen?
No, it's the thing where like a canal, like the Suez Canal.
Oh, not that I can remember. I think you might be able to research it. But I don't think you can, like, it doesn't show anything.
Yeah, there is like if there's a very narrow piece of land, like 2 tiles or so, and it's water on either side, you can eventually build a canal, and your ships can go through them.
Oh, nice.
So it can make a strategic, can be quite strategically advantageous. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put that there. 2, 2, 2. Do you have access to any wonders yet?
Where am I checking that?
If you go for production in any city, you go like city center, then wonders, then units.
I don't think I do.
Okay. I have access to a wonder called Wonder of Archimedes. Hold off on building that for now.
Okay, wait. I went to city. Then you go city details.
It should be like under production.
Oh,
should just show like there should be like city center. There's like the monument you could build, and directly under that there should be one that says wonders, and then Temple of Archimedes is the one that popped up for me. But if there is no wonders for you to build yet, it might just be blank. Go straight to units.
Oh, okay, so I've scrolled to wonders and nothing.
Okay,
yeah,
so
I only have districts and buildings and then units.
Okay. I was going to say, it also depends on what you've researched / also a lot of wonders are very specific on like where you have to build them. Like, like Temple of Archimedes, each camp, pasture, and plantation improvement within 4 tiles of the wonder provides +1 amenity must be placed adjacent to a camp improvement. So if you don't have a camp, you can't build it. So
right.
Okay, that's why it's not showing up for you. I think also in previous civs you could just stack units endlessly, right?
Yeah, not endlessly anymore. But yeah, that I knew that that's a major difference between 6 and 4.
Okay.
For 6, you can't even stack at all.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily. There's a thing later in the game where you can form your militaries into corpses and armies.
Oh, yes, yeah, I remember.
So it would take like 2 units and combine them into 1, then 3 units to combine it into 1. So there's that option later, but not for the early game. That.
There's some lot of barbarians over there.
Yeah, there's going to be quite a few. Usually the more rural of a map there is, the more barbarians there are. It's funny because playing as Australia in this game, on this exact map, is really nifty because you have no other civilizations to pester you and you get the whole continent to yourself. But then you spend a good chunk of the game just trying to get barbarians to leave you alone.
Oh, yeah.
On higher difficulties, the barbarians can outpace you in science, and that's when it gets really painful.
Oh.
Once at it where I was playing, I think the barbarians showed up with like a cannon siege weapon. I had not even researched iron or something. I was like, oh, so I'm just gonna die now. No, I'll do the builder one. Also, whenever you get a civic like you get research new civic thing. You can change the cards in your government, and I'd recommend doing that quite often to just better suit what you're doing right in the moment. When I first started playing, I thought like, I'll pick these two and never change it. But it's like better to do it where you go like, oh, okay, I'm going to build some builders, so I'll use let's change the government card so it's like 30% towards builders, and then
bonuses and stuff, right?
Yeah, and then when it's like the next civic, you just then switch it to something else that's more of a neutral buff, and then stop building the builders. There's a volcano over there. Ah, yes, New York, right in the middle of continent USA. Definitely where I remember New York being.
Yeah. I guess it's somewhat close to the coast. See this little tiny piece of land sticking underneath Washington? That's technically Florida.
Oh yeah, that's definitely Florida.
Yeah, so yeah.
It's a very anemic Florida, but Florida nonetheless.
Definitely a little bit smaller than the actual.
It has all the meth gators.
Yeah, a lot of the reasons I like to stream is it just so it can just record it for me. I mean, if I technically had time, then I can re-download that video footage and make highlight reel, where it captures all the fun parts. But the nice thing is I used to record a lot of it onto my actual computer, but then that eats up all the space, and then I'd still have to upload. So I'm like, at the end of the night, I'm sitting there and trying to upload, and it's usually over like a terabyte. So you're like sitting there, okay, set it to upload, go to bed, and it probably takes until the next evening before I can game again because it's uploading.
Oh wow!
So this one's way easier. It's way better. You just stream it, it records it, and keeps it for you. You're good.
Neat.
You could always download it afterwards and then cut it again and post it as an actual video.
Pretty neat. Do you want that goodie hut?
Ooh. Sure.
Go for it. Role playing as Canada, just being everyone's bestest friend.
Have you explored all of the north up there, or?
Majority of the north. There's There's a good chunk of barbarians to the very top of the north that I will need a decent sized army to take on, or else I'll get thoroughly ass whooped.
Right.
So I've officially got enough points, so when this era ends, I will be in a normal age. So I don't need to go out to try and find other things. Okay, we got 3 cities so far. 3 little cities went out one day. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, my turn. Another unmet country has finished a wonder.
Yeah, sons of... I think this was the other ones too, but if you build a wonder and it doesn't get finished, all the protection you put into it goes to whatever you want in the next turn.
Yes, yeah. Well, as I'm slowly trying to categorize all my magic cards. and
Okay.
especially the older ones, like because I haven't touched them in how long. And I found a card that's worth $22, just a single card.
Nice.
I'm like, holy crap!
It's funny that from playing Yu-Gi-Oh, where like my Yu-Gi-Oh deck, I think close to like $200,
Oh yeah,
and it consists of 55 cards, including the side deck. Just because, in particular, I have 3 original Blue Eyes White Dragons, and they're not first edition, but they're still worth something. So they're, I think, worth like $40 each. So just on that alone, those cards are worth like $120 of the deck.
oh sweet.
It does make me laugh that it's like I've now like talking to Anna and a few people who play Magic, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this card's expensive." I'm like, "Oh really?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's $16," and I'm like, almost roll on the floor laughing, going like, "That's not expensive."
No,
Playing Yu-Gi-Oh, like a mandatory card nowadays is like $200. It's nuts.
yeah,
But that's still neat to find it when it's like, hey, cool, this card's worth something. Nice to put a monetary value on it.
and you kind of know what not to beat up and what you can beat up. I just went through my black so far, so it's only the black that I've gone through. That includes picking apart my black red deck that I was versing you with.
Mm.
So basically, I had to rebuild all my decks again.
All
But
from scratch.
yeah, all from scratch. But technically, I don't know if you got to watch that video yet of the Fallout series Magic decks. But because those are all pretty much pre-built,
Mm.
we could do a commander game where each of us use one of the 4 and just play with that, like just see how it goes and see how well we do. Like I don't have to do any certain customization. Just play with it because each one has its own kind of characteristics that you have to play on because it's a commander game.
Mm.
So it's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
That's
And
like that's the different Fallout ones, right?
yeah, so yeah, the Mutant Menace, the Scrappy Scavengers, Hail Caesar, and Science something. I can't remember what her name is. Science.
The science good.
Yeah, it's actually a female. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, we should try just
I don't mind.
playing one of those decks each, and then it kind of teaches you how to play commander. Have you ever played a commander?
No, I've never had enough cards to do it. I watched some people at my locals play it.
Yeah. So again, these are pre-built commander decks, but if you're gonna build your own commander deck, it's pretty complex. Like I mean, you're already building a normal playable deck, but to build a commander deck, you have to really have a theme, and then obviously all your cards have to complement each other.
Mm-hmm.
So it's especially it should really complement your commander itself. So
Yeah.
depending on I've similarly played that way before commander decks were even a thing. So for example, I was telling you I had a all skeleton deck, right?
Mm.
So technically, if I had a more powerful skeleton, I know I don't have one, but if I had a legendary creature that's a skeleton, like maybe a skeleton rider or a skeleton knight or something like that, and depending on what that creature had as an ability, that had something to do with for each skeleton in your possession, blah 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 blah. Add whatever. That's where it'll complement your commander, and then you just try to pull out all your skeletons so that you know you can boost it to the point where you're you're quite unstoppable. Well, it see when you play commanders, it's really hard to be like really overpowered because everybody else is also overpowered. It's insane.
Though also, like Commander, the big downside to it is the one card, one of each card rule.
Well, only one commander, you mean?
From what I understand, it's all the cards in your deck. You can't have any multiples other than lands.
I have seen games where they had multiples, so it might be maybe a local rule, like when you do play in local stores. Actually, they went. I watched this entire video about the unsaid rules of Commander games. So, and it's actually not too far from the normal unsaid rules for games, because you know obviously you want to have fun. You don't want you know it's the only time you get to come in and play Magic, and otherwise you're with your family and stuff. So you want to come out and have some fun, but then if someone's playing like a deck that just obliterates all lands all the time, like no one's gonna have fun. You're never gonna get to pull things out, or they're giving all these different examples. It's like it's not necessarily against the rules, the actual book of rules, but it's kind of an unsaid rule. You know, you want to come out to play and have fun, but you know, either have some sort of a plan or a theme so that you're not just being like, oh, no one's going to want to play you. Technically, people are going to watch you playing. They're going to be like, no, I'm not going to bother playing this guy. He's just going to obliterate all lands every time.
Yeah, I can see that getting irritating. And Yu-Gi-Oh, that's just called playing the game.
Yeah, well, see again.
That's why I found it that's why I started to stop playing, because I got too irritated with that happening.
Right. See, but that's the thing. Unless it's more well known, or unless it's actually mentioned, then no one would know, right? Like, for example, if you're constantly playing at your local hobby shop and nobody mentions it, they're just like, I don't like playing with this guy. A, you don't feel, you feel kind of unwelcomed, or you're like, you're wondering why does no one want to play with me here, right? And your deck is pretty powerful because of that particular game style that you're playing, but at the same time, no one has mentioned, well, try to build something else and see, challenge yourself, and at the same time it makes it more playable for everybody else. So it's basically understanding that more advanced players have. But again, if you're a casual player like myself, I didn't even know that. Like I'd be like, I'm gonna build the most powerful deck I can. I don't care if it's like seems too OP, but then it's like, well, then you're not really gonna get to play much. Because people aren't gonna play with you.
I played against a guy in Yu-Gi-Oh! He took 42 minutes to take his turn.
Oh, they talked about that too.
Oh, I was sitting there. I'm like, dude, I'm not wanting to be a bad sport, but this was not fun. This was absolutely brutal to sit through.
Yeah. So they said that too. They said there's what do they call it? Tutor, tutoring. They called it
Mm-hmm.
tutoring. So yeah, there are times when you can play tutoring, but usually when it's a certain event, at your local store, where they're doing some sort of tournament, that's not the time to do some tutoring.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, just sorry, I'm just reading something. Yeah, basically, just save those tutoring times for when you're just playing with your friend, one on one, or playing with a smaller group, but at someone's house or something like that. That's where we're practicing, right? That's tutoring. Not when you're actually in a game and you're trying to defeat somebody, so you can move on to the next level. You're only
Mm-hmm.
gonna get one, maybe two games in for that whole night that
Yeah,
you had.
exactly.
That you're basically like, you had to beg and plead and work just to get, you know a babysitter, and then you actually have that free night to go and play, and you only get two games in because some guy's taking forever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in Yu-Gi-Oh, they have time limits to the rounds. So that round I did, the whole round was 45 minutes. So when he was done his turn after like 42, I only had 3 minutes. I was like, what the hell is this?
What? Yeah, see, that's another thing too. They were saying that normally the hobby shops or stores would ensure that if that was happening, then they'd have to step in and say, okay, we have to enact the time limits.
Mm.
Normally, we would let you guys play, but if you're taking abnormally long, we're gonna have to uh, monitor that and ensure that the gameplay is constantly moving.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I was going to say, I'm starting to feel the fade. When you are uh, good to call it for the night, just say so. Now I'll save it up and we can hop off.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Just reach those barbarians to the north. Also, I'd lost a scout because apparently BC decided to catch on fire. Once again, very accurate.
No way. Did it catch a
Yeah,
fire? I didn't see it.
yeah. So if you look up north, there's like a little fish, like of the map that's not revealed,
Yep.
and all this land around it is kind of destroyed. It's a forest fire.
I don't see it.
So it's not near my people. It's like to the left. The
Like,
land, it's hard to see because if you look, it's kind of like a little bit reddy or like orangey in the trees.
oh, I see it. I see it.
So that's all a forest fire.
Oh, you can hear it.
Oh, you can?
Yeah. It sounds like a low rumble, crackling fire.
Oh yeah, look at that. I have my volume down so that I could hear you clearly, so I didn't notice.
All right.
But yeah, no. So that's like one of the natural disasters that happen in the game. If when climate change kicks into the game, those happen a lot more.
Crazy.
Also, when they do happen, like for a forest fire, those trees, once the forest fire is done, after some time, will be much more resource plentiful than normal ones because of the fire.
Oh, nice, because it grows better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So that's a kind of a nice thing to kind of sometimes bounce off of. So it's not like all doom and gloom when it's like, oh no, it burnt down. There was nothing good about that. It's like, yeah, there's sometimes some good stuff. Okay, there you go.
That's why it says fire started. 5 fires have begun. 1 unit was
Yep.
damaged. Oh,
Even
nice.
damaged is dead.
Well, it's totally up to you. I'm okay right now because it's gonna take me a while to get to my next whatever progression, whether it's another settler or anything. So
Yeah, fortunately, these our North America area does not have a ton of production off
right,
the bat.
yeah. So all I'm doing is exploring. So
Fair enough. And
exploring and waiting to build my two cities that I have.
I was going to say we have at least uncovered majority of the North American continent. Oh, also we've discovered the city-state of Milta. And Milta is a science one. Ooh.
Ooh.
I
Yeah,
like science.
I did notice that I was trying to get there through Mexico City, but that Mount St. Helens is in the way, so it actually wants me to go all the way around. Then
Yeah,
I was like, oh, cancel that.
And also gets sometimes going around can be a bit of a pain in the arse because all their units are in the way and it'll make you change routes and all that jazz. So probably the best way to get around will just to be take a boat, make a boat, go around.
And again, it's not until you discover at least I don't know if they have portaging here, but basically sailing, or there's coastal sailing and then there's deep sea
yeah,
sailing.
There is. Yeah, there's several different things. There's like sailing, then there's embark, which allows you to make land units go into the water, and then there's like ocean sailing. There are some you can recruit great admirals. There is one, at least, if I recall, that when you recruit him, if you use his power and he gets used up, you automatically just get to go out sailing on the deep blue sea.
Oh, nice.
So, quite nifty.
So it's up to you. Did you want to call it there then?
Let me just clear out this barbarian camp up here, then I'm good.
Oh, I see where you are. Oh, yeah. Is that a camp or is that just one barbarian?
That's one barbarian, but there's a camp just to the north of me. Northeast.
Oh, I see it. Northeast, yeah.
Yeah, so let's send my other scout up north to try and go find Alaska. But the first one kind of failed in his mission.
He got burned.
Yeah, he got fired.
At least the fire ended.
I'm not sure if it has ended yet fully.
Mine says 4 fires have ended. The tiles are now safe for traversal, but the trees will take time to regrow.
Okay, I guess, right.
Yeah, 4 fires have begun. So yeah, the 4 fires have ended. I thought it said 5 fires for a second, so maybe 1 fire was still going, but
I think 4 more fires started actually.
Oh.
So some of them have ended and some of them just started.
Oh. Okay, grab my
18 turns for that boat. Damn.
Yeah, I guess Mexico City is in its correct spot, I guess.
Yeah, certain things they enlarge in, and some things they shrink, and it's a little hard to tell which is which.
Yeah, because basically that would be where in the Panama Canal, and then they go into South Africa. But I don't even know if it the land continues after Mitla.
Oh my, it's a lot of
those barbarians. Are barbarians. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Fun. You can eventually upgrade the scout to like a special ops unit that has like a parachute effect.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and an earthquake or not earthquake, a volcano just went off and heavily damaged that
I
barbarian.
Saw that. Yes, yeah, I saw that smoking, and I was like, is it what is that?
Yep, they can erupt.
Cascade range. Oh, there it is.
Oh my god, there's barbarians everywhere around here.
Oh.
Curses. Do not think they're gonna live very long.
Did you want to get like south of my barbarians and I can take them out if they come this way?
I was trying to get my dude to go north, but I think I'll make him go around. That was at least toast all that. Send the soldier back down. See, I'll send my army just around to kind of clear out all this barbarian trash.
Yeah.
Just so that they don't build up too big. Because I don't want to send out a settler and lose it.
Oh, there's another fire. Where? Oh yeah, it spread it all the way to the coast.
Holy jeez. That is huge. I play a game to... Yeah, you can also see, like, look how good the tiles are now around that volcano.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That is definitely a nice mechanic. I am definitely liking Civ 6 more.
Yeah, no, I can definitely say from playing the base game to once they did this, they added on all the stuff for the 2 DLCs, it was a massive difference of what they added. It's like, damn, this is how the game should have been. Because I remember being very irritated when I first got Civ 6, and them being like, there's no diplomatic victory option. I was like, what do you mean there's no diplomatic victory option? This was in the last game.
Yeah.
And then they added it with DLC, and I'm like, well, thanks, I guess. But the thing that they did add that made me immensely happy was Canada. Adding Canada made me very, very happy.
Yeah, that's really cool. And that you can actually start on the map where you're supposed to start, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
The only thing I can say that I would prefer, but they never did end up adding, which I was a little saddened about, was I really wanted them to, like, if you've played True Start, like, Europe or something, Europe is huge. It's like the size of this world map, but it's just Europe.
Oh.
And I go, that's how big Europe should be. So it's way more fun to play Europe on that map than like the one here.
Yeah.
And I wish they had made a map about that big. They also did actually make a map creator, which was fun. But once again, it's kind of limited in size. There are some mods you can get to try and make them larger, but some of them don't run that great.
Yeah. Well, because, like, I was going to say, like, my land is pretty limited. You can't really go anywhere else.
Oh, look at that. We're almost at the end of Era. Well, yeah, you can go down south eventually.
Like, further than Mitla?
Yeah.
Looks like it ends there, but...
No, it's connected.
Yeah.
It's just harder to see.
Can't see it.
Yep. Are you going to make it into a normal age, or are you heading towards dark age?
Oh. Yeah, I'm at 10 out of 11. Threshold to avoid Dark Age era 11 or above. So,
Okay.
how does that work again?
So
How many turns do we have left before?
we have 8 turns left. You can see this in the top right. There's a thing called the era progress. I think the 1, 2, 3, 4th
Okay.
icon.
Yep, I see it.
And it shows 8 in the corner.
8 turns, and current score is 10.
We're just shy 1 point.
Well, it says current age is normal.
Yes, the current age is normal, but if we do not have...
If we don't
You-
exceed 10, then we'll go into the Dark Ages.
That's right. You'll go into a dark age. Yeah.
Yeah, true. So I have
Which
8
one?
turns to get those points up.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, a single point would suffice.
Okay.
Let's
I
say
believe I
say-
can get there.
if you took a barbarian camp, that would do it for sure. Certain research things do it. Trying to think else. What else does it? There's quite a few things that can trigger it. Well, I was going to say, I don't know if Washington can build a ship because it's not exactly coastal.
Let's go to production and see. No, I can't build the ship. I can build an archer or a trader. I could build a trader in 6. That might bump up something.
Trader might do something. I was going to say, what else can you do? We ran into another civilization that would also boost it. A little stumped on what we can actually do to rectify that. Because I have a boat that I'll be finished building in 7 turns. So I can do a little bit of sailing after that. Before that, I can't really do anything.
So how far are you from?
I mean, I will get a normal age. I have 13 out of 25. If I got to 25, I'd hit a golden age.
Right. Nice.
Building a wonder would also do it, but I don't think you can build a wonder in 25 or in 7 turns.
Nope.
Right.
I just need 1 point.
Yeah, just exactly. It is just 1 point. Worst case scenario, like, just the nice thing is because, like, also when you're in a dark age, your loyalty of your nation goes down. So the ability for cities to just leave you is possible, but unlikely in this level of difficulty.
Right.
There's at least that.
Hey, did they take off?
Did who take off?
Those sling.
Oh yeah, they ran away.
Yeah, they ran away.
Those chickens. So were trade routes a thing in the old Civ games?
Yep, trade routes. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I like how trade routes function in this one. You do internal trade with your own nations, and when you do a trade route in this game, it automatically builds a road.
Oh, nice. Oh, so you don't have to get your builders to do it.
Yeah. You can make your builders make railroads eventually, where they can follow the road and build the railroad. But the trade routes will automatically make a dirt road going from your nation or wherever it starts to the next location. Okie dokie. Okay. I thought I was waiting on you, but it was waiting on me.
I am constantly looking to try and bump it up, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Don't. Yeah. Trade route to. Actually. Oh, yeah. Can you purchase a trade route or a trader?
Oh shoot.
From either Washington or New York, because Mexico City has a quest request, which is to send them a trade route.
Trader. No, purchase. Trader. You can. Yes, I did.
Okay. When you purchase one of those ones, they can't do anything that turn. But I think next turn you can, so you might be able to send it there, and I think that should give you an era score. I think.
Nice.
If anything, you'll probably want to experience a Dark Age at some point, just to be like, this is what they're like, and see the things you can get for like your government and stuff. So I think one of them is like it gives you insanely good trade yields on all trade routes, but you're not allowed to build any settlers. So
right,
that's usually how the Dark Age perks go.
Yeah, because you can't. Yeah, everything stops.
Mm-hmm. It's like things kind of suck. There is things to mitigate the suckage.
3 more turns. Let's see if it can do it in time.
So yeah, if you can send this trade route to the Mexico City, I think it will do it. Fine. Waiting to see if I'm wrong.
So, depending on how many turns it's gonna take, 15 turns land route.
It should just automatically trigger upon you starting the trade route.
Well, I did, yes, but it didn't give me an extra point.
Damn it!
So I'm hoping if it gets there, maybe that's where we'll get the point. But I don't think it's gonna get there in time.
I don't think it's gonna do that. You did get an envoy from it at least.
Yes.
So there's that. You already sent an envoy to Chikorita or Chahotka, right?
Yep.
It only has one envoy.
Yep.
Does it have
only one
2?
envoy.
Darn it.
Oops.
Because there's also if you become the Suzerain of a city state, I think that also does it. Yeah, just watch. It's gonna be like turn 1 after the Dark Age clicks in. You'll get the point immediately. Always happens that way.
Yeah. Yeah, no envoys for Mexico City.
Anything else?
Oh.
Ooh.
I found a barbarian outpost, but I don't think my guys are gonna get there in time.
Oh, where is it?
It's just north of oh, there's those sling guys too.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, and the guy's too strong. We won't be able to kill it.
Yeah.
Actually, I was gonna say if you get to the thing, I might be able to draw them out with my scout. You just have to go in and take the actual outpost.
Okay, let me inch over there, limp over there.
Inch, limp. Both kind of the same thing.
Mm.
Brands, builders, trade routes. Okay. Key. Key.
Oh, wait, what did I do?
I don't know.
Preserve grants up to 3 house based on appeal. Culture bombs adjacent neutral tiles and increases their appeal by 1. So, how do I choose that?
How are you trying to choose what now?
So in Washington,
Mhm.
I've completed my my production choice. So under districts and buildings, it recommends that I do a preserve, and it grants up to 3 housing based on the appeal. So when I click on that, then it highlights on my map surrounding Washington,
Mhm.
like 3 particular tiles. One tile is the highest with 3 homes, or sorry, 3 housing.
Mhm.
But then I can't do anything. Am I supposed to click? I'm clicking it. It's how do I designate that as a preserve then?
Odd. Yeah, preserve should be if it's so like there's the tiles that are not highlighted green, but then there's the ones that are highlighted green and it has like a +3 house on it, right?
So the ones that the one that's +3 is blue.
It's blue.
Yep. The one that's green is +2.
Is the blue one might be because it has to
And
be
it's
within your
outside.
borders.
Yeah, it has to be within my borders. Yeah.
Yeah. Because if it's blue, it probably shows like a coin thing above it too. If you have enough coins, you can buy the tile and then build on it.
And I just spent all my coin.
Yeah. Because with the green one, it means you can build right away.
So +2. Would that give me a point? If I do
Don't think so. No.
No.
Like I said, worst case scenario, if you experience a dark age, you can at least go like, okay, this is what they're like. Not the end of the world.
Yeah. Ooh. Do I want to? No. Let me choose something else.
Okay. Oh, goody. I found iron.
Oh, I can send an envoy to Mexico City or Mitla.
How many are at Chicole or Chipotle or just the one?
Yeah.
Okay. Too bad. Yeah, if you had 2 there and you sent the third one, then you would get that thing.
Right, I can see that now. Yeah. So should I just concentrate on Cahokia? Because I need to get that gold.
Yeah, if you want to, you get more gold doing it that way. The thing is, like, if you look at each one, you can see when you click on them, it'll say like envoy sent, and then it was like what each envoy does. So like,
yeah, it gives you a bonus to something else.
Yeah, because like the first one gives you something, and the second one gives you like 4 gold in every bank, shipyard, and consulate building. Well, if you don't have any of them, they're not really. It's not really helpful.
Yep.
But then there's the what you get for being the most people sent, and that's the suzerain bonus. Sometimes you'll see it where like several nations are competing over one city-state, constantly sending envoys to them. Or if you just go, nah, to heck with it, I'm just taking it. You can also always do that. Okay, stop tapping.
Oh, oh, nice.
I thought he was going to attack me, instead he goes that way.
Yeah, he attacked me.
That screwed up the whole plan.
It's only one thing left anyways. One turn left.
Mm-hmm. So probably not going to be able to get it.
It's all good.
You got to at least see a dark age, because it's quite easy to usually get out of a dark age, because they set the score really low of what you need. And like I said, sometimes you can rebound, because also like building any wonder gives you a ton of points.
Right.
And it would be a little, if we were not on the same team, it could be a little precarious for you if I was this close to you. Because my buildings might exert enough culture and take your cities, but not when we're on a team. So like also now it also has this thing of make your dedication for the classic era. So you can do it where you can pick one of these things, and that will help you get more era score too.
Oh, okay.
So like gain 1 era score each time you construct a new specialty district. So like then that thing that you were talking about, that thing that gives more housing, that would give you +1 era score whenever you finish building one of those. So if you have a really high protection yield city, it can be pretty handy. If you're going for a religious one, the other one is good. The Exodus of Evangelicals. Culture, pen, brush, and voice is really good. And if you're more science-based, free inquiry is really good.
So we convert a city to your prime religion. Ooh. So building a new specialty district, that's a little tough, isn't it?
For us, yes, because we don't have high production.
Yeah.
Other points in the game, it's like easy peasy. But the district is that one that's specifically outside of, so like neither of us have built a specialty district yet. So I personally would recommend the science or the culture one personally.
Yeah.
I usually go for the science one myself.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go for science. I was trying to remember what buildings I'm building next. But I think it should be fine. Yeah.
That's good.
Alrighty.
There we go. So happy to dip your toe back into the game.
Yeah, this is a lot better. I know that. I noticed all the differences. They made it a little bit more like Civ 4, like you're saying.
Mm-hmm. It feels like they almost took things out of the game and said, "Hey, how can we add this to a DLC?"
Exactly. How can we get them later?
Yeah.
Oh,
like
no,
it's like
okay, good.
Instead of spending $50, they made you spend like $180 or like $160 if you bought the game, all this DLC stuff like brand new.
Brand new. It's not too bad when I only got it for like 28 bucks.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good. I found Great Bear Lake.
Oh.
Huzzah. This military down here, take out these losers.
Great Bear Lake. What's that? Oh, that's Amber. get amber in there.
Yep.
Nice.
So neither of us have got any luxury resources yet. Or not luxury, we haven't got any strategic resources. You got one luxury resource, you got marble. Also, I'm not sure, I can't remember this one either. In Civ 4 and 5, like, there were luxury resources, if I recall, right?
Yeah.
If you had one of the same one, did it still give you a boost, or was it like having 12 of the same one didn't do anything?
So I don't think it made a difference, but depending on what city had the luxury item, and there were city states around you, they would obviously want to trade with you for that luxury item, if I'm remembering correctly. So then it would be advantageous to have that luxury item tile, so then you'd always be on good terms with that city state.
Okay.
Because it'd be hard for them to turn against you, in other words. Because you're providing them with like one marble.
Okay.
But if you didn't have that tile near that city state, then I think it'd be longer for them to, if you could even do it through a trade route. So I can't remember exactly.
Okay. Yeah, the this one, if you have like a resource, you get the bonus from the resource. If you have only the one, then you or if you get two, you still only get the bonus for like if you have one. So it's definitely within your interest to try and trade them away for either money to other civilizations, or do a direct trade for like one luxury good for another luxury good, just to keep your people happy.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So it does matter. So sorry, it does matter to have multiple of the same.
It does matter. It's more so not. It doesn't. Oh God, no! My people are in a blizzard.
Oh, I see that.
It does matter in the sense of like it's useful, but it doesn't matter in the sense of like giving yourself happiness. It's a good bargaining chip.
Right.
Got jade. What? Oh, because I that. Okay. I found whales, Captain.
Did they kill? No. Okay, good. That they killed my.
Oh God, that blizzard's like chasing my people around. Hit me, heal. Get out of there. And more barbarians. They just are relentless.
Now, technically, the barbarians are the Aboriginal people.
Yeah. That. Oh. Yeah.
We're chasing them off their land.
Oh no. Why have we never learned? Why do they make the game so fun? They're doing something so awful. And man, the forest here is just rich. Like 4 production, 2 food. Damn. That's fantastic. build a military base. I'm trying to figure out where to build it.
Oh, darn it. See? Should have
See
went
which-
with the faith, with the culture. Because the two things I can build are culture buildings.
Hmm. Okay.
Oh, and I can this district in your city. See, I can make a district. Oh,
It's also the more you play, the more you kind of figure out, like, oh yeah, this is what I want to do, or how I want to play. My wife just loves going on brutal killing sprees in this game.
oh yeah.
Yeah, she plays as Mongolia and just kicks the tar out of everything. One time she went for a culture victory with Mongolia, which was also funny because Mongolia is not that great with the culture in the game. Let's see, where do I want to build this thing?
Oh yeah, they're building their roads. Nice. That trade route.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Build that there. I'll try and build a military base. So if I recall, also the other one too is almost all the buildings have cost to them. I think banks are one of the few exceptions.
Right. Upkeep.
Mm-hmm. I think that was carried over in most of the games.
You don't want your goal to be negative per turn.
That is true.
Unless you have a huge bankroll.
It doesn't feel like that's too often in this game.
Nope. Especially when you're spending it on military and stuff. They be expensive.
Curse you addicting one next turn.
Uh-oh. Where are you going?
Sorry?
No, I see that barbarian scout, but he's going straight for your guys, so I'm not too worried.
He's made some poor choices in life. If anything, now I've blocked off his path so he can't get to your
Settler.
person.
Yeah.
Another one too is a settler is a different, because like if it's a non-combat unit, there's a thing you can do where you can take a combat unit like
And link them.
a warrior and
Yeah.
link them so that they would take a hit if someone were to try and steal them.
Funny thing is my warriors are all being... They're all being occupied.
Mm.
See, I got my... that's why I was moving my scout towards the settler.
Okay.
But the scout's not too powerful.
Mm. Just looking at how we originally said we'd divide the land, I think I'll try and move my cities up a little bit more north so you have some more land. So we can go kind of along the line of see where the lake Oeus is. I'll try and make my border kind of line up with that.
Lake Louise.
Louise, yeah.
Yeah, the whale is... Or that fish is in the way of the L.
That's why I said funny. That's my excuse. I'm sticking with it.
Sounds good. The where my settler is heading, it's actually somewhat to the west, southwest of the volcano, Cascade or
Hmm?
Sioux Cone.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of good
Sucone.
resources in that area. For a desert, it's actually really good. Some deserts in the game are barren, useless wastelands.
Yeah.
Mind you, there's a few wonders. There's one wonder that if it's a desert tile and you build the wonder near the desert tile, you get, like, for every desert tile in your city, like 2 food, 3 science and production or something like that. So people will purposely get a crappy desert tile, build that wonder, and then it becomes like their best city.
Oh wow. Like kind of like Las Vegas.
Yeah, pretty much. Viva Las Vegas.
Oh yeah.
I've only been there since once when I was a kid.
I've never been.
It was fun. I got the whole lion.
I've been to Reno when I was a teenager with my parents. Then I have been meaning to go back to or go see Vegas, but I haven't seen it. My wife's been to Vegas. She's been to Mexico, and I've never been to Mexico.
I've also been to Mexico. Nice.
I have not been to Mexico.
Fair enough.
Oh, I thought you said you've also been to Mexico, but I just want to clarify. I have not been to Mexico.
Yes, I was saying that, like your wife, I've also been to Mexico.
Ah, okay, yeah. She went with my eldest son when he was 2, or before he turned 2. So free flights.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Smart.
So she went with her sisters, and I stayed and worked.
Kind of sucks, but still nice for her.
Yeah. So I still haven't been to Mexico.
It's nice. A lot of people I know, though, prefer Cuba.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
just like Mexico, but less Americans.
Well, because that just recently opened up, and I know a couple people that did go to Cuba, and they're saying it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like stepping into a time portal.
Yes, that's a lot of people say that.
Because everything has stopped, and it's almost like Fallout, because everything's like in the 50s, 60s.
That's a really funny comparison. Just has a lot less, I believe it has a lot less violence.
Yeah.
And less mech suits.
Too bad.
Indeed.
Okay, okay, that's it.
Yeah, I should be able to get rid of this barbarian camp, and then we taking them all out in this neck of the woods for now. I'm also just about to go get a second thing of jade. When I do, I can trade you my excess jade. And I'll show you how trading works in the game. And then you'll have more happiness.
Nice.
Oh, hope your cities grow. They'll be stronger than yesterday.
Yep. Get out of this dark age.
Mm-hmm.
Mine hasn't moved. I'm still at 10 out of 20.
Yeah, I only got one. I didn't get much either. Looking goes like, it says like, so yeah, you chose the science one. Or did you just take that? Oh, there you go. You got some points there.
Yes, I got 2.
There we go. Because then, yeah, you pick the science one. So, like, one of the things I have to do is approve 2 sea resources. That will, yeah, you could do the same thing. You could improve those 2 crabs on the coast of Washington. That would give you probably a point.
Ah, okay.
So, yeah, you just look at all the science ones and see, like, build a pasture, build an iron mine, own 2 galleys. Those will all get you the points.
So in other words, I'm gonna get another marble here. Then I could trade that with you.
Yeah, we can do that. If we were playing, like if it was a free for all with like everyone, that's where you would be doing very kind of, you'd be more kind of cautious of how you want to do things slash forming temporary alliances and stuff.
Right.
You go like, oh, I don't really care for Marvel. You did not lose a unit, so that's awesome.
Oh, you're about to get your own marble. Oh, actually,
I am.
sorry. You're just on the tile for marble, but you're not necessarily settling there. Okay, go back this way.
The worst thing that happens more often in the higher difficulty game levels, you have a settler moving out, all of a sudden you're like right in front of the tile that you wanted, a barbarian. The camera just pops up. It's like,
Right.
no.
Then we have to take him out, and then it's like, oh.
It just messes you up royally when that happens.
Or they take out your settler, or absorb your settler.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the worst. Especially because settlers can cost so much. They go up quite quickly. Also, if you notice the city isn't growing, you can always look, go click on the city and look to see exactly how it's managing its resources. You can either force them to manage them the way you want. So, like, it will always default to the tiles that have the most things on them. So, like, my Jade ones have 3 production, 1 culture, 1 food. The game defaulted to them, and thus it was producing no food. So I had to tell it to go back to produce food, even though there is less stuff that I get from them.
Right.
So that's something to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because otherwise, your city would just like start starving, and
yeah, exactly.
They start to revolt.
Like I can see actually in New York, just looking at your tiles, like you got 2 farms that are not being used right now. So I'm assuming the 2 that you have right now, it's going to be your marble and I think your copper, because the copper has 5 and the marble has 5. Everything else is like a 4 or a 3. So if you were like, no, I want food, you can force your thing to go for food.
So that's in the right above the when you select the city.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's all those radial buttons.
Yeah, there's when you select the city, there's like right above its name, there's like you can see it saying culture, food production. You can click on one, and it'll say like focus citizens on food or whatever, and then you can cycle through, and it'll be like it's blank, it's full,
food,
and then there's one where it's like citizens ignore food. You can do that too. There's also above that, there's a head that says manage citizens. Click on that and it will say exactly where they are, and you can like click on one of the ones that are blank and it'll lock them into position there, and then you just click it again to unlock them.
Oh, okay.
So you can very specifically be like, no, the city is not to be any bigger than this, and it's to do this type of production kind of idea. Nice. Or I want it to grow or whatever.
Oh, there's barbarians in the water.
There must be something in the water. Yeah, luckily they are not ranged units. Those ones can be nasty.
Imagine if they were Vikings.
I've lost online to some people playing as Vikings, so definitely say beware the Vikings. A little boat just going around. Also, if you don't like the name of a city, you can rename it.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And if a unit gets to a certain level of stars, you can also give the unit or boat a specialty name.
Oh, okay. Oh, they're gonna come up on
It's going to come out what?
those barbarians are gonna come onto the land and try and take out my settlers. I know it.
You mean the boat?
Yeah, that boat.
The boat can't come. That boat can't come onto land.
Oh, okay. So that's just like a scout ship.
Yeah, it's a strictly boat unit.
Okay.
The ones that can come onto land with only like one or two exceptions cannot attack in the water.
Right, like the embark boats.
That's right.
But I couldn't tell the difference yet. I haven't seen an embark on here.
Okay. I'll say at the end of this turn, how do you say about we call it there? Because I tried calling it earlier and then the game does what it always does.
Yeah.
Keeps on going.
How about once I settle this next city?
Sure.
And get my warrior on top of there too. Okay. Oh. Yeah. I was able to move my settler onto the tile, but I have to wait till the next turn to actually create the city.
Sounds good. Tricky choices. Are you able to get a governor yet?
Yes.
Which one did you pick?
So that's fairly new. I should have probably talked to you about it first.
No problem.
So for Washington, where do you see the governor? Here we go. I chose Victor, the Castilian. So military focused. Once established in the city, Victor is instrumental in strengthening, preserving, and defending it from foreign threats. Now for
He's very good at being attacked.
Yeah. For New York, I chose Reina, the financier. Shrewd and fiscally knowledgeable, Reina is able to strengthen the economic power of a city using finances to provide more than is normally possible. So, kind of makes sense for New York.
Mm-hmm. If the shoe fits, wear it.
Yep. So I have 2 governors. Do you have a governor per city?
Yeah, 1 governor per city.
Right. All right. Baltimore is created. Let me just get my, like I said, get my warrior in there. Perfect. Fortify him. Your people celebrate a historic moment. We'll be fine, say the citizens of Baltimore. All mountains smoke a little, right? At least I got a +1 error score on that.
Yeah, if you build in a more iffy spot, gives you error score sometimes. Okay, so with that being said, I think that's a good time to call it.
All right, sounds good. Thank you very much. It's definitely a lot of fun coming back into it.
Hey, no problem. Hopefully, if I recall correctly, just save it right now. Even though we didn't have people start the game with us, not sure what's going on there. Back game. Oh. It's just overloaded. I think we can do it where like they could just pick one of the random NPCs characters if we have other people and take it over essentially.
Oh, nice! So Vinny can actually join us or something.
Yeah, I do know Vinny won't be able to join us though for a while because I mentioned it to him and he tried the tutorial. He's like, I can't focus on it. He's struggling to focus.
Gosh. Is it a concussion or?
From what he's saying, it sounds a lot like a concussion to me.
Yeah, bright lights and.
Yeah, so I'm like that. Yep. So that's not good.
Yeah.
I was worried about that. That's bad.
Yeah.
Those are tough. Not to mention that delays his ability to get back to work because his work in particular is so much more in depth and complicated.
Yeah, it's screen time.
Yeah.
Like, and you're concentrating at the same time. I've had it. I don't necessarily think it was a concussion, but it was like basically when I stare at the screen, it was nauseating. I was like, "What's going on?" So I actually had to. Yeah, the only thing that really fixed it was I had to lie down and stay off the screens for at least a day or a day and a half.
Yeah, no, I smacked my head really bad at Green Timbers when I was a commissioner. I slipped on the ice on the pavement and fell over and hit my head.
Yeah.
And I thought I was okay. The following day, I go to get on the computer, and I'm like, holy shit, what's going on? Like, just the worst headache.
You're like, what? Am I a vampire? Like, what is this? I'm getting sensitivity to light?
Yeah, no, it was bizarre. And, it was so bad.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what's going on right now. Is it doing me? If you save game quick.
Do I have to save it too, or?
No, you shouldn't have to. So if I save 1.5. Yeah, it looks like this is ours. Because we're on 1040 BC. It was just doing a weird thing when I was trying to save, so I wasn't sure why I was doing that. So, either way, seems like we're all good.
All right, thanks again. Until next time.
I was going to say, I'm now a little curious. Just before we go, I'm going to load up the game to see where, who's the other civs there in the game. Because in order for online, you have to load it up a different way. Well, the only crummy thing, just thought about it, is if someone does join us, they are not on the team with us.
Oh.
Because we did teams. So,
right.
Oh well. Worst case scenario, if we get everyone else, we just do a different game.
Yeah. Or we can technically play with them and just negotiate with them.
That's true, yeah.
Like, make a treaty between them. So it is kind of more realistic.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. So interesting. So yeah, this game we have the Vietnamese, Dutch, the Irish, the Russians, the Koreans, and the what the hell are you guys again? Not Sweden, Norwegians.
Oh, okay.
So we got the Vikings, looks like Korea, Russia. So Russia's gonna probably be the biggest. Well, doesn't that seem fitting? It's gonna be East versus West. Russia will probably be the biggest difficulty, followed by Vietnam, I think. Russia is just able to spread out really easily. Well, actually, no. Come to think of it, with all the barbarians, they might get pretty bogged down. Hey, it means no one's got. There's no one gone beyond Australia.
Yeah, I don't know how they can fit all of that in the land size that we have, unless it gets bigger. Like, does it get bigger as we discover more of the continents?
Oh yeah, it's on a very, very big map. Like, we haven't even finished discovering all of America.
America, yeah, okay. So I just want to make sure, like I said with Civ 4, it's you play Earth, and so it shows you the whole map right off the bat, but you're starting, and then you don't necessarily start where you choose your civilization. But in this game, it's like nice, we get to start on where our Civ originates, but then for looking at viewing the entire map, it's still only America, or at least North America. So
yeah, the game does a thing called fog of war or whatever.
Yeah,
so you have to actually go out and discover it.
Yeah.
Well, so
in Civ 4, like, it still does the fog of war, but you can still see that you're only taking you're only at the very top left of the corner of the map, and you can see all this open black space. Whereas in this, it's dynamic. So it's as we discover more of the landmass, then it'll shrink.
Yes, that's right. So
okay.
Yeah, it's super zoomed in. When the more you expand your exploration, it'll slowly get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Right. Okay. So that's what I was wondering. Like, even for South America, I'm like, I don't see South America on the map.
yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, no,
right.
Overall I quite like it, because like, if you play like a random map, or like just do a continents map, for example, that makes it really fun, because you have no idea what the continent actually looks like.
Right.
So it does give a sense. I'd say it's probably one of the better ones for the sense of discovery, because it's like you have no idea.
Exactly. Yeah.
And if you do a shuffle, then you really don't know what you're gonna get.
Well, if you ever play Beyond Earth, you really don't know what you're gonna get. You're like, literally, there's some toxic zones, and there's some, like, it's insane. I think it's still too hard. That's why they haven't really made another one like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's why it's funny. It skips like Civ 4 or Civ 6. It's like, what happened to Civ 5? That's Beyond Earth, and I wonder how. I would be very curious to see how you'd play on it. If you can do like Extreme Expert, you might be able to conquer Beyond Earth. Okay. I just find it very difficult.
You know, I overall I like the challenge. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I end up yelling at the thing, getting frustrated in the moment, but I do like the challenge nonetheless. But I usually also like, if like, even in civilizations, I've done full conquest games, but I usually like to more so go for science or diplomatic victories. I find them just more fun.
Oh yeah.
I really like building up. I like building up my big cities, and I think it's called playing tall. And I like just being like, oh, look, my infrastructure is looking so nice, and this is looking so nice, and and then I do have
a. If you think barbarians are annoying, if you play Beyond Earth, it's the aliens are just insane. It's like you can't defeat them, and they won't leave you alone. So you're just trying to play, like, I tried to play very diplomatic. I'm like, I'll be friendly with their environment. I'll try not to disturb anything. You know, I'm trying to do the, prime directive type deal. But the aliens just keep attacking you, and then you're just like, you're wiped. All your resources are gone. It's like, it's like, how come I can't get anywhere? So, like I said, like you could still play that playstyle definitely, but
Mhm.
it's very challenging. It's like there's no way you can just build and establish your colony on this planet. It's just constantly um, like I even learned like it goes into crazy detail. Like you can learn the language. You can actually
Huh?
you can actually genetically infuse your DNA with the alien DNA in the game, so then your players can actually go into the gas and they're not affected.
Do you do that like scientifically or Captain Kirk style?
It's it's just through your research and development. It's like choices that you make, and
Okay.
there's multiple choices. I'm talking about like I tried every gameplay, um, but because some of them it's like no, that's not humane, but they're saying something where there will be groups that are against that and yada yada yada. But I tried like every single way to try and befriend the aliens. There's no
Mhm.
way. They just they're like insects looking, Starship Troopers type aliens. So they just keep attacking.
Mhm.
It's like, oh,
Okay,
I
because yeah,
can't get
Earth,
anywhere.
yeah, Beyond Earth is essentially. I actually come to think of it, I saw someone do it before where they did this like super campaign or something like that, where they played Civ and then they like connected it somehow through a mod to Beyond Earth. So they like carried over a bunch of information from their save file to Beyond Earth.
Yeah. And what happened?
And overall, they did very well. It was kind of neat seeing how they kept on going through the galaxy because I think they played a Sweden or something. They formed like this great industry or something with Sweden.
Oh yeah.
But I go like, yeah, I could see that being a thing.
Yeah. Well, so just to clarify, the Beyond Earth, you only get to stay on one planet, but it's obviously an alien planet, not Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can same thing when you're choosing, just like when you start a new game, you can choose like a huge map or what. You can
Mm-hmm.
actually choose like a huge planet or a smaller planet or a moon,
Mm-hmm.
um, which makes the obviously the exploring a little bit
Easier.
easier.
Mm-hmm.
But like I
And
said, it's difficult.
no, I think I was thinking of the wrong game. I think I was thinking of. No, I've seen Beyond Earth because I just looked up and went, yeah, no, it looks familiar. Um, okay, I was thinking of a game called Stellaris.
Oh yes, yep, Stellaris.
So Stellaris, if I recall, is Paradox. Yeah. So yeah, no, it was what I saw before was that thing I mentioned about a mega campaign. So all of or a bunch of Paradox's games all kind of connect to each other in a sense.
Yeah,
Where it's like there's Rome, if I think is their first one, then Medieval or Crusader Kings. I mean, so it goes like Rome, Crusader Kings, Europa, Victoria, Hearts of Iron,
yep.
and then I think there's another one, and
Imperial,
then there's Stellaris after that.
yeah,
And people have done it where they start at Rome and they try to go all, and then they use the mods to change the game
nice.
so it's like they go all the way through.
Yeah,
Go, that's nuts.
yeah, I
Also,
could see that.
because I can say like those games are so in depth and so long, um, and like one thing going wrong could screw the whole thing up. But at the same time, if you know how the games function, you can get ungodly powerful in the games.
Yeah,
I played a game of Crusader Kings 3 as starting off as like the Duchy of London, and by the end of the game I had all of London, Germany, France, Spain, in Africa under Britain's control.
Oh, jeez.
So it's like, okay, so I had figured out how to do it where I could keep my government very stable. So I was like, yeah, no, at this point, yeah, I've conquered the world. So
Yeah.
it was
I've looked
Go
at the Stellaris before. I was like, I like those kind of gameplays as well, because there's another. I'm trying to quickly find it, but there's other games that I purchased that are very similar. Like trying to remember what it is, but yeah, very similar to Stellaris. Because again, that's a little bit more zoomed out. Because you're not on a single planet. You're actually in a galaxy, and you're slowly
it's like
trying
this
to
star system almost.
and you're slowly
Rating
trying to
everyone
take
10 and
out
up.
or not take out, but take over.
Yeah, you're using like you're making companies and like exploring and all that jazz. It's not
Yeah.
just a conquer the galaxy thing. I was trying to say. I think I quickly saw your once you added me, I saw a little bit of your profile. You have a ton of games.
Yeah. My
How did
library
you
is
get?
extensive.
I was gonna say, how did you get so many?
Over the years, I've been. It says 18 years of service, but I know that I had a Steam account even previous to this account that I just either lost access to, couldn't remember the password, and back then I was just like, I'll just start another one, and then I made a lot of purchases on this one, so I didn't bother recovering that other one. But yeah,
you played Star Wars Empire at War?
yes, yep.
Oh, I
There's
love
mods
that
for that.
game.
Yep. Well, I was gonna say there's Sons of the Solar Empire.
Okay.
Where is it?
I never got any of the mods for it.
So Sons of the Solar, Sins of the Solar Empire. Sorry, that game, you can do Star Trek mods, you can do Star Wars mods, and it's insane. So those ones are pretty cool too, because basically it's like bigger battles. But then you can, obviously you tie it to a genre, a space genre that everybody knows. But the game itself is pretty cool if you get into its lore. But imagine if you do the mods for Star Wars or Star Trek. Actually, I heard there's so many. I heard there's like Battlestar Galactica in here.
Well,
Like
neat.
mods for that, yeah. Sins of the Solar Empire is really cool. That's another really cool game.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm assuming
check that
you
out.
bought a lot of these games on sale and then you just didn't get to playing them because a lot of them like show 0 achievements and stuff like that. And
Yeah. So basically, I love watching all the game reviews, all the games, and obviously I have a whole bunch I throw on my wish list, and then if it goes on sale, then great.